Married at First Sight Australia often sees couples put together quickly in a bid to try and connect to find that romantic spark. Unfortunately, this isn't always the case, as semi-retired businessman Dan Hunjas and Sandy Jawanda found out during their time on the E4 dating show. Nevertheless, Dan has since found the chemistry he was looking for with one of their wedding guests. Warning: this article contains spoilers from MAFS Australia. Who is MAFS Australia star Dan Hunjas dating now? MAFS Australia groom Dan Hunjas is now dating nurse and social media influencer, Samantha Sims. The pair have been good friends for years, with Samantha even attending his wedding to Sandy, with some fans remembering her wearing an eye-popping orange dress. While her Instagram account is currently private, her bio states mummy, indicating she has at least one child with another man. Samantha, who is from Gold Coast like Dan, has reportedly had thousands of dollars worth of plastic surgery over the years. Dickinson's Real Deal expert Cheryl Halkney quits after 14 years. According to Daily Mail Australia, she reportedly confessed to having spent a whopping $40,000 on her glamorous look. This includes having 3 breast augmentations and $10,000 worth of liposuction on her legs, but insists she hasn't had a nose job. Her romance was seemingly confirmed when she and Dan were spotted not able to keep their hands off one another as they dined with friends at the Garden Kitchen and Bar at the Star Gold Coast. A friend stated, Dan and Sandy had nothing in common. He lives a completely different lifestyle, while he and Samantha share very similar values and interests. Dan confirmed his relationship with Sandy was over months before he and Samantha started seeing each other. Speaking to Australian radio hosts Fitzy and Whippa, he explained, "Well, I left the experiment in September last year, and Samantha and I got together for the very first time, in mid-January this year. So, you tell me if you're dating someone for 6 weeks, how long should you leave it before you move on to somebody else?" As fans down under already know, Dan and Sandy weren't exactly made for one another. Don't miss. Sarah Ferguson details vow to Queen before she died to stand by Andrew. Royal Father Brown Season 11 confirmed with unpredictable mysteries. Confirmed. MAFS star Bronte Schofield spent a lot of her childhood in hospital. Cast. There appeared to be an initial spark, but this quickly burnt out and went horribly wrong after the pocket dial scandal. Bride Evelyn Ellis claimed she heard 2 husbands, including Dan, talk about his wife Sandy in a horrible manner, leading to a lot of tension between the two. As a result, Dan and Sandy chose to go their separate ways, calling time on their marriage at the 4th commitment ceremony. Since the show, Dan has publicly apologized to Sandy via Instagram for his behavior. He wrote, "I am sorry for the way I showed up at times. In the end, I was frustrated and exhausted and allowed my ego to take over and express myself in ways that were regrettable. And in the process, hurt and disrespected Sandy. I ended up treating the experiment the same way I thought it treated our match. Like a joke. I have to own that. The gifts are in the lessons to make the necessary changes to be better. We should have left weeks earlier. You cannot put a bird and a fish together and expect them to fall in love with no common interests or passions." MAFS Australia is available to watch every Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on E4 in the UK.